What's up, everybody? James Jackson here. Today we're going to be talking again. It's all about the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera. I'm actually using this as a vlogging camera today, and actually I'm going to challenge myself this entire week. I'm going to do all my vlogs and all my videos strictly on the Pocket Cinema camera 4K. So obviously, if I'm going to try to monitor and try to video myself, I have to find a way to see myself. We'll get to that in a second. But today is all about batteries. As I mentioned in my first impressions video, by the way, if you haven't seen it, I will definitely leave a link in the description below for the first impression videos. But anyways, as I mentioned there, battery life is not so good. You get about 45 minutes of battery life. To me, that's not good enough. We need a new solution. There's a couple options out there, quite a few options out there for battery solutions. There's buying multiple LPE6s batteries. There is getting like dummy batteries to charge up. There's getting brick batteries like V mounts and Anton Bauer Gold mounts. The list goes on and on. For me, the buying multiple LPE6 batteries is not. It's not ideal, and honestly, I would not go that route. Me personally, now for some of you guys who have probably stockpiles of these batteries, this may be a good solution for you. For me personally, it's not enough to do it. I just can't risk the look it has on me when my clients see me stop productions or stop any side of shooting just to switch batteries. So, or it's just I may be in the middle of a very important moment, and to potentially miss a key moment simply because I have to swap batteries is not enough. To me, it's just not worth it, and so that solution is a no-go for me. Other solution I mentioned was getting V-mount and gold mount plate batteries and sort of getting up sort of a rod system, and that's probably most likely what I am going to do in the end for like my paying gigs, simply because it's the most secure, it's the most efficient way of doing it, and it's definitely guaranteed to give me the most long battery life. I have a V-mount battery at home. I haven't tested the power of it yet on the Pocket Cinema camera, but I'm definitely going to make sure to test it out. Currently, I have a cable I need in order to power it first. Once I get that, then I will definitely test it out. But today we're going to test another solution, sort of a middle ground, and that is involving what I sort of hinted at the beginning of the video, which is the monitor. Hold on, I got to stop the camera. Hold on. So this is the Andycine A6 4K display monitor. It's a 5-inch display monitor. This is very similar to the SmallHD. Its UI is not as intuitive or as flexible as the SmallHD, and there's a couple other things that I like better, including the arm that comes with the SmallHD, but it does 80% of what you can do with the SmallHD for less than half the price. This is less than $200 compared to the $500 SmallHD monitor. If you want to take a look at this monitor and getting it for yourself, I will definitely leave a link in the description below. So I've been testing it throughout the whole day, and so far I love it. As a monitor, I love it. I love it. It's nice, it's lightweight, it's easy to use, and so it's something I could definitely mount once I get a cage for this camera. But the key thing, the reason why I want to test this out today is this. This is it's a battery pack. It takes Sony batteries, but if you can see here, it takes DC. It has a DC out, so you can actually put a dummy battery into the camera and actually use the monitor to power the camera. Very similar to the SmallHD, which is a great feature to have, and that's sort of what I am testing out. Overall, my experience with the monitor itself, I'll just a quick overview and quick view of the monitor itself. I love it. And the beauty about this is that you don't have to worry about any of the frame rates like 4K 60. It doesn't do 4K 60, but that doesn't matter. You can record in 4K 60 and still get it on here because the HDMI on the Pocket Cinema camera only sends a 1080p signal out. So it'll do 1080p 60, which is what this camera can see. and it also views the high frame rate. So if you do the off speed, so where you're recording 60p in either 24 or 30 frames, you can actually see it in the main frame rate in the monitor. So it's not like it blacks out. So as a monitor, this is great. But what I'm interested in seeing is how this monitor uses as a battery solution for the Pocket Cinema camera. So I took this out and I took it around City Hall here in Philadelphia to just get some shots to see how it looks. And here are the footages that I have from it. Take a look. So how does this monitor work as a possible solution for the Pocket Cinema 4K? Well, there's good news and bad news. The good news is, I'm gonna start off with the good news. The good news is it does extend the battery life of the camera. You can get about an hour and a half of use using the larger Sony style batteries, which is double the amount of time that you would get just from using the internal LP6 batteries from the Pocket Cinema camera. So that's a great plus. Now here comes the downside, and this may just completely kill the whole thing. The downside is, in terms of recording, it's not going to record that entire time. The problem is that this only has an 8-volt out, and to really truly power this and record it, you need 12 volt. So record time, you're only going to get about maybe 10 minutes of record time, and then the battery completely overheats, and then the camera will just stop recording, and it will shut up, and it will completely shut off. Like, it won't even work. So that's really unfortunate. I was hoping that this would be a great solution. Now, it still may be the solution, because I believe, let me take a look at this, I believe these are not the actual Sony branded batteries, so maybe the true Sony branded batteries will work on this camera, but I have a feeling it has more to do with the output. The fact that it only does 8-volt out is probably the reason why it will shut off after a certain period of time. I'm definitely going to continue looking for battery solutions. I'm going to maybe I'm trying to get a battery power brick just to see and sort of go in the LEMO port. Funny enough, though, when that died while I was out, and I was switched to the regular LP6 batteries, I noticed something very interesting in the fact that the battery was fully charged, even though I didn't charge it at all. And I actually came with a very interesting discovery, and that is the fact that the 12-volt LEMO port battery that comes with the camera, it actually, for the Blackmagic specific LP6 batteries, when you have that plugged in, you actually charge the battery inside the camera, which is actually a pretty cool thing. So it's like when you're off, so you can still record and still use it for operational purposes, and it will charge the battery inside, which I was like, oh wow, cool. So I actually had more time to record and get my stuff in more so than what I anticipated. One thing you can use is possibly either so that's why I'm saying I'm going to try to find maybe get like a battery pack, a battery power pack, and get a 12 volt to LEMO to 2-pin LEMO and go into the socket, and hopefully that way I can actually, you know, not only use the brick but then also recharge the camera battery as well. So this has sort of just been a quick video, trying to make this quick, but I wanted to sort of get to the battery solution. So this one was kind of a fail. Hopefully I can find another solution, but even if even though the battery didn't work, this is still a great monitor, and I would highly recommend anybody that is getting this pocket cinema camera, get this monitor. It's definitely worth it. Even without the without the battery, the big old battery, this is like extremely light, like ridiculously light. So it's not going to add too much extra weight. But thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, leave a comment below. Also leave a like. Hit the subscribe button. I got more videos coming for you guys. Until next time, take care.